So before we are going to start our class for this afternoon, let us all stand for a short prayer to be led by Jelmy Flores.
Let us pray. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Dear Lord and Father of all, thank you for today. Thank you for ways in which you provide for us all. We thank you for your love and protection. Help us to focus our hearts and minds now on what we are about to learn. Inspire us with your Holy Spirit as we teach the right. Guide us with your love as we discover more about the world around us. We ask this in your most precious name. Amen. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Okay, so you may take your seats now. Okay, so for this afternoon, we are going to have a debate. So a debate between the two groups who is in favor and not in favor of social networking sites. So by the way, I'm very lucky enough to be the moderator for this afternoon's debate. So our topic for today is, are social networking sites good for our society? Okay, so let me have the attention for the audience, for the other class, to raise their hand for those who are in favor for the social networking sites. Okay, so I guess some of them are able to know what are social networking sites. How about for those who are not in favor for social networking sites? Okay, so there are some. Okay, some, and there are a few who knows and would like to have social networking sites as part of their lives. Okay, so to start with this debate, let me first introduce to you our guest of honors for this afternoon. So we have three teachers here, okay, from the teaching staff of Anomar National High School. We have Ma'am Geraldine R. Edradan, an English teacher. Kindly raise your hand, Ma'am, to be recognized. Okay, good afternoon, Ma'am. We have also here our math teacher, Ma'am Joanne S. Lisaka. Okay, good afternoon. And our officer in charge of the school, Ms. Jill G. Abanico. Kindly raise your hand, Ma'am. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so to formally start with this debate, there are two groups who are going to represent for the opponent and the affirmative side. To speak in the affirmative side, okay, so as I call your name, can you please stand up and go to your position. So to speak for the affirmative side, we have here Zaidi Lerio. Okay, we have also here Eligene Reynoso, Cherry Katubig, Jerry Escultor, Jilmy Flores, and John Lloyd Boniface. Okay, for the affirmative side, to speak for the opponent side, we have here Cherise Jean De La Torre, Jenny Salibay, Arjun Fernandez, Jason Lopez, and we have here also Wendell Vicina. Okay, you may take your seats for a while. So the opponents of the proponents of social networking sites say that the online communities promote and increase interaction with friends and families. Is it true? I guess so. So, according to them, it increases the interaction with friends and family, and also it offers the teachers, the librarians, and the students to have a valuable access to educational support and materials facilitate social and political change and disseminate useful information rapidly. So since our generation today is applicated with computers, with internet, so I guess social networking is good for the society according to the proponents. Okay, so let me have also here the opponent side. The opponent says that social networking prevent face-to-face communication. So there is no real communication between the two. So it is a waste of time for frivolous activity, and it alters children's behavior. So some are very stubborn, and some are very self-centered. And exposure of these users, like they become pedophiles and burglars and spread false and potentially dangerous information also. So for them, we should be careful in getting the real information coming from the social networking sites. So let me briefly give you a format for this afternoon's debate. So you have what you are going to expect for this debate. So both speakers will give an opposing statement for 2 minutes. So beginning with the speaker from the affirmative side and ending from the opponent side. So the beginning with this, each speaker will have a 1-minute rebuttal and followed by another minute rebuttal to close the debate. So there will be only one question each. So what we would like for you to do is to raise your hand and be recognized and then ask question directly to one of the other speakers. So kailangan mag-raise my hand. So we would like also to limit yourselves to one question only, no arguments, okay? Within the speakers, and please remain the manners of the proper debate. So the speaker will address its opening statement into one minute to respond, and the opposing speaker will have 30 seconds rebuttal time. So we would like to alternate the questions, so you have to please listen carefully for each question that will be addressed by the speakers. So without further ado, we will begin now with the first speaker as the opening statement of the affirmative side.
Social networking is one of the most active, best activities in the Philippines, with Filipinos being declared as the most active users on a number of best social network sites such as Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. The use of social networking website has become so extensive in the Philippines that the country has been tagged as the social networking capital of the world, and has also become part of Filipino cyber culture. Networking is also used in the Philippines as a form of election campaign material, as well as tools to aid the criminal investigation. What made us be known as the social networking capital of the world? A satirist by Universal Maccan entitled Power to the People with Theory declared the Philippines as the social networking capital of the world, with 83% of Filipinos surveyed are members of a social network. They are also regarded as the top photo uploaders and video viewers, while they are second when it comes to the number of blog readers and video uploaders. With over 7.9 million Filipinos using the internet, 6.9 million of them visit a social networking site at least once a month. According to the National Television Center of the Philippines is said to be the social media capital of the world, a title that we did not give ourselves, but by digital experts around the globe, despite our generally slow internet connection. As of year 2015, out of 101.1 million population in the Philippines, 42 million people are active users of social media and has increased its use for 24% from 2014. In addition, an average range between 2 to 6 hours of time spent in a day in social media in a day. Furthermore, the top 5 most visited sites are the following: Facebook, Facebook Messenger, Google, Twitter, and Viber. With this, 90% of population is using the social media apps. Best from the demographic standing, second to the top user of social media is between the age group of 13 to 19 years old, which composes of junior high school students. The popularity of social networking in the Philippines can be traced in the Filipinos' culture of friends helping friends. For Filipinos, their friends and who they know can become more valuable than money, especially when what we need can be achieved through nepotism, favoritism, and friendship among others.
Honestly, I sometimes truly wish that tools such as the iPhone, laptops, iPads, tablets, etc. hadn't been invented. Sure, they're great, incredibly useful, and fun time killers. But the way teenagers abuse them and turn them into mini social control rooms is frankly awful. At first glance, you might think this code came from a mother or grandparent lamenting on the disadvantages of social networking and how social media has doomed today's children. But it was written by a settled early 10th grader as part of an assignment to answer the question, how has online social networking influenced your relationship with friends and family? This student goes on right. The teenage way of life has completely changed from what it was only 20 years ago. Now, there is a dramatic decrease in face-to-face communication, which reduces our generation's ability to interact with others on a speaking level. Youth engaged in their communities claim that face-to-face interactions are what motivate them to make a difference in the world. Is that not what you call difference or changing the world? Changing from real to virtual? You think it is good in our society?
I respect you. For my son, this issue is social networking sites spread information faster than any other media. According on my study, over 50% of people learn about breaking news on social media. 65% of traditional social media reporters and editors use sites like Facebook and LinkedIn for story research, and 52% use Twitter. Social networking sites are the top news source of 27.8% of Americans, ranking close to newspapers, which is 28.8%, and above radio, 18.8%, and other print publications is 6%. Even in Emperor or Philippine Star, they use Facebook to spread information faster. Then, there are more advantages from this, and social networking sites are good to our society.
You said that social networking sites can spread information easier than any other media. But the question is, lahat ba ng impormasyong ito ay tunay? Can you assure it? As a matter of fact, people are doing such things that can harm others. They are using the social networking sites para lokohin ang ibang tao sa pagpapalabas ng maling impormasyon. Alam kong amidado rin kayo that social networking sites can harm you. And also, 49.1% of people have heard false news via social media.
It might be. But if the issue is unreliable, then it's easy to delete it by the help of admin because he has the power. Kung sabihin natin unreliable, by the use of social media, pwede rin nilang makonvince ang mga tao na hindi iyon totoo. At meron pang mga evidence na pwedeng i-post na walang katotohanan ang lahat. E diba meron naman tayong mga comments? So So kung sabihin mo kasalanan ito ng social media, well, social media is the solution of the same issue also.
Law enforcement uses social networking sites to catch and prosecute criminals. 67% of federal, state, and local law enforcement professionals surveyed think social media helps solve crimes more quickly. In 2011, the NYPD added a Twitter tracking unit and has used social networking sites to arrest criminals who have bragged their crimes online. When the Vancouver Canucks lost the 2011 Stanley Cup in Vancouver, the city erupted into riots. Social media was used to catch vandals and rioters. A social networking site users tagged the people they know in over 2,000 photos posted in the site. So, with the help of social networking sites, madali nating malolocate ang mga kriminal dahil baka may information sila na nasa internet. At kagaya ng sabi ko kanina, the Vancouver Canucks lost the Stanley Cup. Hindi natin malalaman ang balita iyon kung wala ang social network.
You say that social media sites can information about criminals, but social networking sites lack privacy and expose users to government and corporate intrusion. 13 million users say they had not seen or did not know about Facebook privacy setting, and 20% shared all or nearly all their posts publicly. The US Justice Department intercepted 1,661 pages of information from social networking sites and emails in 2011. The 2009 IRA training manual teaches agents to scan Facebook feeds for information that might assist in resolving attacks via case. 4.7 million Facebook users have like a health condition or medical treatment with information that is sometimes used by insurance company to risk claims. So, kaya may mga tao na nagpo-post ng maling information dahil hindi nila masyadong alam na kulang sa privacy ang Facebook, na siya namang nakakasira sa ating society na nagpapakalat ng mga maling information.
By the way, paano mo nalaman na 4.7 million Facebook users have liked a health condition or medical treatment page kung hindi kayo gumagamit ng social network?
Dahil minsan may mga taong nagpo-post ng mga maling information, kaya masasabi na 4.7 million Facebook users have liked a health condition or health treatment page.
Ang point ko nga, paano mo nalaman?
Masasabi ko na hindi lang social network ang mapagkukunan natin ng impormasyon. We can use books, and marami rin namang mga interviewers na maaari nilang isulat ang impormasyon at upang ito ay mapakalat sa mga mambabasa nito at upang maipaalam sa mga tao.
Kahit nga sa mga books, galing din sa social media. So, paano mo nakuha yung percentage?
Karamihan din naman ng mga nagawa ng social network ay galing din sa mga taong manunulat. Ang mga ideas din sa social network ay nakukuha din ito sa mga tao na kumukuha rin ng impormasyon sa komunikasyon.
Okay, so I guess we should have to limit our questions into one question. Okay, so let us proceed.
Nowadays, social networking sites is very popular, not only to the students but also to the young ages to adulthood. Through the use of social networking sites, we can connect to the world. We can contact our OFW relatives and get in touch with our friends. Aside from this, social networking sites also help students in their educational topics. For instance, the teacher is not around and forgets to tell about a certain activity. He or she can post the activity through social networking sites and tag a student or his to spread or share the information. Through this, they will be able to continue their discussion the next time they meet without escaping a topic or activity. Based on the researcher, 59% of students with access to the internet report that they use social networking sites to discuss educational topics, and 50% use the sites to talk about school assignments. A social media program engaged students. Grades went up by 50%, chronic absenteeism went down by 33%, and 20% of students school-wide voluntarily completed extra credit assignments.
Students who are heavy social media users tend to have lower grades. Based on my own experience, tunay ngang malaki ang porsyento ng paggamit ng social networking sites na nakasisira sa academic track of one student. Because of Facebook, students can focus on searching their assignments and activities because they attracted to surf on Facebook using a large amount of time. Hindi nila nagagawang mabuti ang kanilang gawain and they are being inefficient. May mga estudyante sa kolehiyo na bumabagsak ng ang marka sa 0.12 points bawat 93 minutes na iginugugol nila sa pag-Facebook.
Based on the research, 50% of student grades went up, so it means that they use the social networking sites wisely. Now, in 20th century, halos lahat ng tao ngayon ay gumagamit ng social networking sites because for them, it is very useful, lalong-lalo na sa educational purposes. They can search their assignments through social networking sites. Alam kong mismo kayo ay kasama rin sa mga users, lalong-lalo na ngayon, na gumagawa ng group sa FB ang mga teachers, lalong-lalo na kapag wala siya at maaari niya nang i-post ang activity na siyang sasagutan naman agad ng mga estudyante. At ang pagbaba ng grades ng student ay di kasalanan ng social networking site. Maaaring dahil ito sa mga pressure at kulang ng atensyon at support ng parents, kaya para ma-lessen ang stress na naidudulot ng nasabing issue, mai-express nila ang kanilang mga saloobin at damdamin na hindi nila ma-release in person.
Oo, isa kami sa mga user ng Facebook, but sigurado ba kayong hindi nyo naranasan na maakit na gumamit ng malaking oras para mag-Facebook instead of accomplishing your works and assignments?
Oo nga, hindi namin maiiwas na gumamit ng mahabang oras dahil para sa amin, ang social networking sites ay naaakit ang aming pagkagusto sapagkat dahil oo nga gumagamit kami ng mahabang oras pero marami naman kami nakukuhang detalye dito kaya magandang gumamit ng social networking sites.
Social networking sites allow people to improve their relationships and make new friends. 70% of adult social networking users visit the sites to connect with friends and family, and increased online communication strengthens relationships. 52% of teens using social media report that using the sites has helped their relationships with friends. 88% report that social media helps them stay in touch with friends they cannot see regularly. 69% report getting to know students at their school better, and 57% make new friends.
Social networking site can lead to stress and offline relationship
problem. A University of Edinburgh Business School study found the more Facebook friends a person has, the more stressful the person finds Facebook to use. According to a 2012 Internet report, 15% of adult social network users had on experience a social networking site that close a friendship to end. 12% of adult users had an experience online that resulted in a face-to-face argument, and 3% of adults reported a physical confrontation as the result of an experience on social networking site. Kaya nakaka-stress ang social media kasi may mga tao na nagpo-post at gumagawa ng kalokohan o pasirain ka. May mga tao din na kinukuha lang yung mga picture mo sa Facebook at ini-edit nila na nakamubad at saka ipinupost nila sa iyong timeline. Kaya nakaka-stress sa atin yung social network paminsan-minsan.
But it's our instinct to communicate others. With the help of the social networking sites, each of us can freely make new friends either through FB, Twitter, or any networking sites, lalo na yung mga relatives natin from far away. This could help us know them if we were in a good situation by chatting them or through Skype. We could say hello to them by using our accounts in the net. Makakakamusta natin yung mga taong malalayo sa atin. It also deals for us teenagers. We are surely have lots of friends, especially here in school. But if you're not contented, maghahanap pa talaga tayo ng mas maraming friends in Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. This is really advantageous too, especially for the teens who are shy to make friends in person because others want to search friends in the net. Other people were fortunate enough because with the help of social networking sites, they became famous through FB or Twitter.
Yes, we can find more friends on Facebook, but hindi naman lahat ng friends mo sa Facebook ay totoo dahil hindi mo sila nami-meet in person.
Social media sites help employers find employees and job seekers find work. 64% of companies are on 2 or more social networks for recruiting because of the wider pool of applicants and more efficient searching capabilities. 89% of job recruiters have hired employees through LinkedIn, 26% through Facebook, and 15% through Twitter. 1 in 6 job seekers credit social media for helping find their current job. 52% of job seekers use Facebook for the job search, 38% use LinkedIn, and 34% use Twitter.
Nowadays, social networking sites is a one way why many people ay naloloko and also using social media can harm job stability and employment prospects. Based on this study, job recruiters reported negative reactions to finding profanity and it is 61%, 54% for poor spelling or grammar, 78% for illegal drugs, 66% for sexual content, 47% for pictures of or with alcohol, and 26% for religious content. And it is the negative effects in using social media.
By recruiting for a current job through social networking site is advantageous, especially for the average job seekers, so that it could be easy for them to find a job that is good and right. Lalo na kapag urgent hiring, yung ibang kumpanya, they send informations through social networking sites and through flyers. But as what has been said, 64% companies were using the network to promote social and ethical standards to the job seekers, especially employees. Ika nga, walang manloloko kapag walang mapapaloko. So we should be aware na lang of illegal recruiters through social networking sites. But using this, walang mawawala if you want to strive and try. It is helpful in our economy, in the progress of our country. While you have a business online or you are recruiting, the more would be the merrier. The more employers, the greater the progress will be experienced in the country.
But some people grab the opportunity if one company are doing an urgent hiring and they are pretending that they are one of the employee of this company to recruit an individual para lokohin. Hinuhututan nila ng pera ang isang tao at sinasabing ang kumpanya ang nangangailangan nito. But this money will be put on their own accounts. This person is unconscious, but what happened on the job that he or she is applying for? Kung wala ang social media, maaaring maiwasan ang ganitong pangyayari. Dahil sa pamamagitan ng social network recruiting, mas nabibigyan sila ng lakas ng loob para manloko because sa pamamagitan nito ay natatago nila ang kanilang pagkatao at masamang hangarin.
Being a part of a social networking site can increase a person's quality of life and reduce the risk of health problems. Social media can help improve life satisfaction, stroke recovery, mental retention, and overall well-being by providing users with a large social group. Additionally, friends on social media can have a contagion effect, promoting and helping with exercise, dieting, and smoking cessation goals.
The use of social networking site is correlated with personality and brain disorders, such as the inability to have in-person conversation, a need for gratification, ADHD or attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, and self-control personalities as well as addictive behaviors. Social networking sites can lead why many students are addicted. It can also harm our physique, especially our eyes, at hindi na rin makakain in a right time sapagat ito'y addictive in every individual.
Kagaya ng sabi ko kanina, social networking site can increase quality of person's life. Like exercising and dieting, kagaya ng pagzuzumba, di ba exercise naman yon? At bakit mo nasabing ang social networking sites is correlated with brain disorders? Samantalang ang mga guro ngayon ay gumagamit na ng social network. So, pinapalabas mo ba na ang mga guro ay may personality or brain disorder?
Yes, because some of them did not know the proper use of it. Na para nga may brain disorder na dahil dito, they will become addictive. Just like what I've said kamakailan na social network can affect or harm our behavior or physique. Because almost their whole mind ay nakapokus na dito. Last sila ay parang ang may brain disorder na hindi na makakapag-isip ng matino so that many very important things will procrastinated because of it.
I guess we just have to clarify that teachers do have mental disorders. So, not all? Okay, so maybe some. Thank you.
Social networking sites increase voter participation. Facebook users reported they are more likely to vote if they see on social networking sites that their friends did. During the November 2010 elections, Facebook users who visit the site more than once a day were 2.5 times more likely to attend a political rally or meeting, 57% more likely to persuade someone about a vote, and 43% more likely to say they will vote. During the 2012 presidential election, 22% of the registered voters posted about how they voted on Facebook or Twitter. 30% were encouraged to vote by posts on social media, and 20% encouraged others to vote via social networking sites.
Social media can endanger the military and journalists. The U.S. Army notes that checking in with location-based services on social networking sites like Foursquare and Facebook could expose sensitive whereabouts and endanger military personnel and operation. In 2011, a Mexican journalist was murdered by the Zetas cartel because he used Twitter to report on cartel crime. A blogger was found murdered by a Mexican cartel in 2011 with a note, "This happened to me for not understanding that I shouldn't report things on social networking sites." Social media also could be used on stalking and gathering sensitive information. It's being used by terrorists or strangers to endanger U.S. Army and or innocent people. So therefore, social media just leave people or army endangered and risk.
People just need awareness, especially for us in the 21st century. We are in the world of innovation and progress, so we should keep ourselves from harm, or we should keep awareness in the world of technology. Because through Facebook or even in Twitter, people were eager enough to prove to the other people that they're right, especially for the election, or as what you said, the terrorists, they will trace up to harm them, for the innocent people. They also want to tag their friends all over the world how they choose for the right presidency. Like what happened last May for the election of presidents in the country. The users of the net gave statistics to the presidency of the countrymen to vote, either liking, commenting, and sharing their thoughts of who the president they like best, or just connecting to via network. Sa mga nalalaman nyo ngayon, yung mga porsyentong pinagsasabi nyo, di ba galing yan sa social networking sites? Hindi nyo naman yan malalaman without looking or researching through Facebook or even in Twitter or Google.
Social networking is good for economy. Social media sites have created a new industry and thousands of jobs, in addition to providing new income and sales. A McKinsey Global Institute study project that big communication and collaboration from social media could add $900 billion to $1.3 trillion to the economy through added productivity and improved customer service. Facebook posts $1.26 billion for third quarter 2012 revenue, up from million for third quarter 2011 earnings. Twitter and private company earned an estimated $350 million in 2012 revenue. So that through the social networking can improve the business like online shopping, because online shopping is effortlessly to buy it. Unlike sa shopping ka sa mall, maaaring mapagod ka o di kaya maloko ka sa iyong bibilhan. At maaaring manakawan ka pa dahil sa pakikipagsiksikan. And we can find jobs through social networking sites. Just what I have said a while ago, online shopping is one of the examples. Based on the study, communication and collaboration from social media could add $900 billion to $1.3 trillion to the economy through added productivity and improved customer service.
Social networking sites harm employees' productivity. 51% of people aged 25 to 34 access social media while at work. Two-thirds of U.S. workers with Facebook account access the site during work hours. Even spending just 30 minutes a day on social media while at work would cost a 50-person company 6,500 hours of productivity a year. 51% of American workers think work productivity suffers because of social media. Social networking sites is just an disturbance in your personal task or job. It's could lessen the productivity of workers. So therefore, social media just brought us disadvantage instead of goodness. Sabi mo, ang online shopping effortless. Oo, effortless nga ang online shopping. Pero sigurado ka ba sa napili mo doon sa online shopping? Paano kung hindi masarap ang binili mo o sa picture lang siya maganda? Isusuri mo pa ba o tatanggapin mo pa ba? Mas maganda.
Kaya ipinatayo ang online shopping sapagkat hindi naman ito ipagawa kung hindi naman seguridad. Kaya sa online shopping shop ay nakakasigurado talaga kayo na ito ay original at hindi basta-basta nasisira, o sa kabilang banda ito ay hindi rin nakakasira sa anumang katawan na kinakain nyo, at ito ay sariwa.
So let me just clarify about online shopping. So online shopping is about the dry goods. Okay, so may limit ra sa mga those what you call this one, products, no, when it comes to foods. So if there are certain things that could be processed through online shopping, so you have to check also the expiration date. Okay, so I guess we should have to proceed to the other statement from the proponent side, from the proponent side.
Social networking sites help people who are socially isolated or shy connect with other people. Based on the percentage level, more than 25% of teens report that social networking makes them feel less shy. 25% report feeling more outgoing. 20% report feeling more confident. Plus, youth who are less socially adept report that social networks give them a place to make friends, and typically quiet students can feel more comfortable being vocal through a social media platforms used in class. Shy adults also cite social media as a comfortable place which they can communicate or interact with others.
People who use social networking sites are prone to social isolation.
Social media can help disarm social stigmas. The Stigmas and the Stone campaign uses Twitter to reduce stigmas surrounding mental health and learning disabilities. The Stigma Project uses Facebook to lower the HIV infection rate and neutralize stigma through education, video, social media, and advertising. Gay people are speaking openly on social networking sites like Facebook site Wipe Out Homophobia, help achieve a greater social acceptance of homosexuality. Jeannie Lawson, author of the blog, To Bloggers, and New York Times bestsellers that pretend this never happened has made public health struggles with OCD, depression, and anxiety disorders, which has lessened the stigmas of disease for others. To avoid the HIV or virus, we need to use social media to have a knowledge on how to prevent the HIV or virus through education via social media and advertising.
Social media is the spread of hate groups. A summer 2012 Baylor University study examined Facebook hate groups focused on President Barack Obama and found a resurgence of racial slurs and stereotypes not seen in mainstream media indicates like blackface image and comparison of President Obama to apes. Social networking sites allow hate groups to recruit youth and to redistribute their propaganda. According to the Southern Poverty Law Center, the Christian Identity Religion, a splendid fraction of the white supremacist group and Aryan nation uses social media to recruit members.
Social network provides academic research to a wider audience, allowing many people access to previously unavailable educational resources. Information previously restricted to academia's ivory tower can now be shared with the public who do not have access to restricted journals or costly database. Researchers from a wide variety of fields are sharing photos, providing status updates, collaborating with distant colleagues, and finding a wider variety of subjects via social media, making the research process and result more transparent and accessible to a larger public.
Social networking enables cheating on school assignments. Students in California, New York City, and Houston posted photos of standardized tests to social media sites, allowing students who had not yet taken the test to see the question and potentially find answer ahead of time. The SACP has had similar problems with students posting parts of the exam to social media. In March 2015, 2 students in Maryland were accused of cheating on the 10th grade common care test by posting questions on Twitter. Person, a company that administers standardized tests, identified 76 cases of students posting test material online spanning 6 states in the first 3 months of 2015. So karamihan ng mga estudyante ay ginagamit nila ang social media para makahanap ng sagot sa mga exam nila.
Para sa akin tama kasi hindi tama. Kasi some information are previously restricted to academia's ivory tower. So, cannot be shared in public. And it's also allowing by anybody because researchers from a wide variety of fields are sharing photos, providing status updates, and collaborating with distant colleagues.
But my point is, paano nila makakatch ang kanilang aralin kung ayaw nilang aralin ang dapat nilang aralin? Kung meron naman social media na maaaring makasagot sa mga katanungan nila.
Hindi lahat ng kasagutan madali nilang makatch up. Kaya, that's why we need to use social media to make it easier.
Kung i-base natin sa internet, oo, madali lang, mahanap yung sagot. Pero marami ng mga estudyante ang umaasa na lang sa internet ang sagot. Hindi na nila natututunan ang tamang proseso ng sagot.
Social networking sites offer teachers a platform for collaboration with other teachers and communication with students outside the classroom. More than 80% of U.S. college and university faculty use social media. More than 50% use it for teaching and 30% use it for communicating with students. Educators from around the world interact with each other and bring guest teachers, librarians, authors, and experts into class via social networks like Twitter and social networking tools like Skype. Edmodo, an education-specific social networking site designed for contact between students, teachers, parents, reached over 49 million users in 2014.
Social media can facilitate inappropriate student-teacher relationships. The Texas Education Agency opened 179 cases about inappropriate relationships between educators and students in the 2014 school year. 86 cases were reported in 2007 to 2008, and education experts blamed the rise of social media for the increase in cases. Social media allows for unsupervised interactions between students and teachers, which can easily escalate into sexual or otherwise inappropriate relationships.
With the use of social networking, can meet other teachers from around the world and can communicate easily with students, like social networking tools like Skype and the help of the interactive online learning named Edmodo. Hindi naman mangyayari ang sinabi mong sexual relationship kung ayos lang ang estudyante gagamit nito. Totoo ang sinabi ni Pamela Casey na we say and do things on social media and cell phones that we wouldn't say and do in person. Kagaya na lamang ng ating mga problema ngayon na ipinupost na lang sa FB kesa sinasabi sa personal.
In a relationship with student-teacher, there are many students na nambabastos sa mga teacher. Through social networking sites, maraming may issue to show and it can damage the personality of an individual. Ang iba naman ay gumagawa ng isang sexual video wherein ito ay ginagawa ng isang estudyante at guro. Social networking insight were used upang makipahiya ang isang estudyante kung sakaling binablockmail ng isang guro. Based on statistics, social media allows for unsupervised interactions between students and teachers, which can easily escalate into sexual or otherwise inappropriate relationships. Thus, many teachers use social media to fling their wands even though they know that it is wrong.
Di ba sabi mo statistics? Di ba based naman yon sa social media?
I guess what the affirmative side would say that how could you find those statistics, and those statistics were based from social media. So proof to the affirmative side.
I guess the statement is
Di ba ang sabi mo based on statistics? Di ba ang statistics ay base sa social media?
Pero ang statistics ay social media rin. Statistics is based on the survey. So a survey may be through online or maybe through interview. Okay, so there are a lot of ways on how to get the statistics results. Okay, so it's not made primarily from the internet or maybe in some cases. Okay, so we just like to clarify in what ways are we going to get the statistics survey through interview or either through online voting.
So they can be also part of statistics. Next, any more statement from the proponent side?
Social networking sites offer a way for musicians and artists to build audiences even if they don't have a corporate contract. 64% of teenagers listen to music on YouTube, making it the hit maker for songs rather than radio, 56%, and for the CDs, 50%. For example, pop star Justin Bieber was discovered on YouTube when he was 12 years old, and in 2012, at 18 years old, Bieber's net was worth estimated at $80 million. The National Endowment for the Arts found that people who interact with the arts online through social media and other means are almost 3 times more likely to attend a live event.
But unauthorized sharing of social networking sites exposes artists to copyright infringement, loss of intellectual property, and loss of income.
As we are in the 21st century, the word innovation will not be rejected because as the time passed by, technology became stronger and bolder. Today's modern generation is more on high technological things. Lovers of music spread out too, and instead of wasting times, the music lovers test themselves through social media by showing a talent in the net is innovative enough, and if your luck revolves, you will become famous like Justin Bieber did. But not just Justin. There are lots and lots of people who approach videos and uploaded who are now famous enough to know, like the British boy band group One Direction. They're one of the most famous boy band group in the world. How they reach it? By using their social media accounts. They set up big deals, then post it, and after a few minutes, there. Almost 1,000 people who commented, liked, and shared their videos.
Anything to say from the opponent side? How about for the
So I guess they already run out of your ideas and statements. Okay, so I hope that it is clear for the audience and for you also, of the opponent and the proponent side, about how this social networking sites work in our society today. So I would just like to make some quotes coming from the affirmative side. So I would like to take a quote from Julie Flores, and according to her, innovation is getting bolder and stronger. So that is why they are in and they are not out in social networking sites, right? And for the opponent side, I would just like to get some quotes from them. So they would just like to raise their point of view about privacy. Okay, so there's a privacy in every post that we have to be posted in our social media accounts. So I guess everybody actually is in the trend way of posting some comments, so shares, videos on YouTube and any other social media accounts. So I hope that everybody should be accountable on our posts and share, right? Okay, so how about for the audience? So any reflection based from what they have, okay, so based from what you have heard from the two sides, so what can you say? Anything you have to say? Do you have the Facebook account? Okay, yes. So since you have a Facebook account, so what is your comment about this Facebook account? Anything you have to say? Maganda ba ang Facebook? Is it, do you spend a lot of time in Facebook or not?
Maganda naman ang Facebook dahil nakakatulong ito upang malaman natin ang ating mga kakilala.
Okay, so I guess Kidit Hidalgo is on the proponent side. So proponent side sila. So according to her, maganda daw ang Facebook at nakakatulong upang makilala ang kanyang mga kakilala. Tama? Okay, so how about Tiamo? Do you think for you Facebook, social networking sites are good? Yes, so bakit mahalaga o maganda yung social networking sites?
Para WhatsApp.
Kasi iba yung members ng content naman siya.
Okay, so even though without using or getting the cell phone number of that person, or without even the family, so by just typing the name, right, properly, so they can contact and locate where and when, where and how, no, the person can be, we can contact with. So, I guess so everybody is in favor, I guess, of the proponent side. Okay, so before we end this debate, I would just like everybody to make some reflections regarding the topic and the discussion that we have done for today. Okay, so that will be the end of this debate. So I will see you again tomorrow. Okay, goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye, and thank you, Miss Medrano.